Allah gives and Allah takes. I fear that I do not have much time left in this world, yet I cannot complain. My life has been an adventure, and for all my humility, I believe it has been extraordinary enough to be written about. You may accuse me of vanity, but I have decided to write the book myself. It should be good literature, after all. I dined with fine emirs and caroused with simple peasants on moonlit steppes. They waged wars and sat on thrones, only to lose them again. And it all began in the maelstrom of intrigue and bloody skirmishes that was my beloved Transoxiana, the melting pot of Persian high culture and nomadic traditions. To the east of Samarkand, my father ruled the fertile slopes of the Fergana Valley. Like all heirs of Tamerlane, he was a proud Timurid who sought to imitate his great ancestor. Unfortunately, Allah had not blessed him with a knack for warfare. After a few humiliating defeats, he decided to devote himself to his other passions: eating, drinking, and rearing pigeons. One day, as my father was climbing the stairs to check on his birds, Allah, in his infinite wisdom, decided that this model of gluttony had waffled on the earth for long enough. Halfway up to the dovecote, the stairs collapsed under him, and he fell to his death. And that is how I, Babur, came to be lord of the Fergana Valley. Yet, like all transitions of power in our culture, it was not to be a peaceful one. Thanks to my dear mother, Kutluk, my Beys agreed not to abandon what surely appeared to be a dynasty in shambles. But my devious uncles were another matter. At that time, I was just a 14-year-old boy with nothing to my name, and my uncles, who had long desired the Fergana Valley, thought that my inheritance was ripe for the taking.
Men sneak around in the shadows of our walls, my princess. Shall we get the boy to safety?
These cowards snuck up in the dark of the night, but there is no need to fearfully hide. Hold our position till dawn, and the sun will reveal the faces of these scoundrels.
hazır. Tüm günler.
Just as I expected. Some of your greedy uncles were among the attackers. They are not worthy of ruling glorious Samarkand. And since they failed to seize our homeland, we will now take theirs. Much can be achieved if you trust in the ally and your own strength. But it cannot hurt to have loyal allies by your side. Seek out other emirs in the area who can be convinced to join our cause.
hazır.
Selam.
Emriniz.
I have no troops to spare, Babur. But my people report that the Uzbeks construct siege weapons in a nearby camp. I would rather see these powerful devices in your hands than theirs.
Can buradayım.
Hazır.
Well done, Tiger! You will easily crush your devious uncles with these trebuchets.
Salam. Gem kulhaymen. Kuvramen. Hazır. Kuvramen. Emriniz. Kuvramen.
Emriniz. Buradayım.
Salam. Kuvramen.
Selam. Buradayım.
We have burned one of our enemy's camps. If we destroy the remaining ones, Samarkand will be under our control.
Hazır. Avğı çıkaymen. Avğı çıkaymen.
Teyyar mı?
Cornered these rats! Destroy the last enemy camp, and Samarkand will be Baburs!
pride and happiness. Samarkand, Tamerlane's dearest bride, is back in the hands of a true Timurid. And this man of honor is you, my son.
As delightful as it is to watch these daft grunt children of Tamerlane slaughter each other, it is getting a little boring. It is time to put an end to this juvenile struggle.
I see your anger, my son. But it is good that the Uzbeks are so haughty. Reckless opponents are easy to overcome.
Cool, right, man.
Attack! Tear the claws off of the tiger.
Emriniz, hücum günler. Salam. Gem kokaymen.
This autumn night, we overcame the walls of Samarkand. The city's merchants and dignitaries were thrilled to receive me and praised my sense of justice. as they had heard that I did not tolerate looting among my soldiers. Yet when Shaybani Khan returned in the spring, and Uzbek soldiers blocked the trade routes, their enthusiasm quickly evaporated. Before long, a famine broke out in the city. As the weeks wore on, more and more of my men left Samarkand under the pretext that they might catch a few sheep outside of the walls. None of them were ever seen again. In the end, I realized that I had to gamble for my survival. With my last loyal followers, I snuck past the besiegers during the night and sped towards the Fergana Valley to procure provisions and reinforcements. When we reached the valley at dawn, 2 riders came bringing terrible news. In my absence, one of Shaybani's generals had made himself the new master of Fergana. I felt like my father must have when the stairs gave way under him. I had stretched my luck too thin and lost the land of my forefathers to the invaders. So it was that I, the great, had sat upon, was now grateful for every watery bowl of millet porridge that I could get my hands on. I was in a pitiful state. My so-called army consisted of 15 riders, only 3 of which had swords. Hungry and battered, we spent the nights in the wild, and my mother slept in our only remaining weatherproof tent. Oh, Kutluk, my dear mother. Without her, I would have been hopelessly lost. Brave and indomitable, more skilled with her bow than any of my soldiers. She was a Mongolian princess sprung from the old tales. I am not ashamed to admit that I often cried myself to sleep in her arms in those awful days. She would tell me the legends of Genghis Khan and Tamerlane, and the painful setbacks that they had to endure before their days of greatness finally came. Just as they would for me. My mother turned out to be right. After 3 years of hardship, a messenger arrived from distant Herat. My uncle, Hussein Baikara, the last reigning Timurid, sought a capable commander to lead the city's defense against the Uzbeks, who were now hovering around Herat like vultures. It was an opportunity that I could not pass up.
What an inhospitable swathe of land. Nothing more than rubble, rocks, and sand as far as the eye can see. Let us not waste any time, for your uncle awaits us.
Take this food, Babur. I know that it is not much, but it comes from the bottom of my heart.
Caution! An Uzbek ambush! I would never have thought that they could have already penetrated this far south. Careful! We are riding straight towards an Uzbek camp. We should take a different route.
Namaste.
Hamla!
Karungi. Samaj gay. Tura.
Hamla! Hamla! Hamla! Hamla! Hamla!
Karurant.
Hamla!
Samaj gay. Tura.
Hamla! Hamla! Hamla!
Karurant.
Hamla! Hamla! Hamla! Hamla!
Karungi.
Hamla! Hamla!
मैं चल रहा हूँ।
Where is Hussein? Does he not wish to welcome his relatives who took the dangerous journey through the desert just to see him?
We are heartbroken to inform you, Princess, that the righteous Emir has closed his eyes forever after a long battle with illness. Without Hussein, the city is leaderless, and the villainous Uzbeks are already rubbing their hands with glee.
May Allah receive him with grace. But now is not the time to mourn. We cannot allow the Uzbeks to snatch another jewel from us. We will defend Herat.
आदेश करो। हाँ। समझ गया। हाँ।
We have only a few soldiers, but our treasury is well stocked. We will ensure that you and your soldiers are compensated royally for their services, Babur.
निर्माता निर्माता निर्माता निर्माता निर्माता
मैं तैयार हूँ। Coming.
नमस्ते।
निर्माता निर्माता निर्माता निर्माता निर्माता
निर्माता निर्माता निर्माता निर्माता निर्माता
You will need siege engines to storm enemy cities and camps, but there is far too little timber to be found in this desert. There is an elephant breeder to the south, however. Perhaps you can use these powerful beasts instead.
आदेश
निर्माता निर्माता मैं तैयार हूँ।
निर्माता
निर्माता निर्माता निर्माता हाँ
Kanik.
Namaste.
Kanik. Adesh, Laperaya.
The breeder says that he is willing to give us his elephants. But only if we pay him abundantly, of course.
Metayam.
तुरंत निर्माता लकड़हारा आदेश
Just because I executed some of your relatives to subjugate this beautiful city does not mean that I have a quarrel with you, Babur. You in Herat, I in Kabul. We should not get in each other's way. Declare me an ally, and I will extend you the same courtesy.
The elephants are ours! We can now breed our own and train these mighty giants to assist us in battle.
हाँ मैं तैयार हूँ
Nirmata, Kisan.
What is this? Your soldiers in our camp? The war was supposed to be new land!
हाँ
I must say that you astonished me, Babu. You wish to fight on multiple fronts at once. So, we will meet on the battlefield.
मैं चल रहा हूँ समझ गया
समझ गया। आपकी सेवा में।
नमस्ते।
आदेश निर्माता।
Oh, निर्माता।
Well done, my son. One Uzbek army is smashed. Do not let up now.
We refuse to shed any more blood in this dusty desert. If you are desperate to rule this wasteland, my lord, so be it. At least for the time being.
may have lost Samarkand, but nothing will stop us from turning Kabul into a paradise.
The Uzbeks had been driven out, or so I thought. As soon as I left Persia, Herat was overrun by a third Uzbek army, which had been waiting for me to lower my guard. Yet the pain of losing Herat was nothing compared to what befell me shortly after taking Kabul. My noble mother, who had suffered all of the hardships of the last few years without complaining, died in the shadow of the city's snow-capped mountains. It was not a good place for Kutluk to die. She had always loved the rolling hills of Samarkand. Yet, even as grief consumed me, I surrendered her body to the earth in the most beautiful terrace garden in all of Kabul. I had become the ruler of a grand cosmopolitan city. Yet I felt like the poorest man in the world. It seemed that for every good thing that I was given, something valuable was taken away from me. Allah gives, and Allah takes. Samarkand was the most beautiful face that the earth has ever turned towards the sun. And in Herat, you were sure to accidentally kick a poet whenever you stretched your legs. I missed both of these cities dearly, but my new capital was not too shabby either. With skies filled with herons and cranes, surrounded by breathtaking mountains and hills dressed in fruit orchards, Kabul was a jewel in the wilderness. This unending loveliness inspired me to beautify the city even more. New palaces were erected and mosques established. Trees were planted and gardens built, the most beautiful in the world, mind you. The money required for these lavish projects came easily, as Kabul lay at the heart of the Silk Road. And the trade caravans from northern India brought not only sweets and aromatic roots, but also interesting news. The Indian city-states beyond the mountains were still recovering from Tamerlane's invasion 100 years earlier. Apparently, they were weak enough to offer little resistance to a determined invader. I had to get to the bottom of these rumors, so I organized an expedition to Hindustan. And since you can always combine the useful with the pleasant, I decided to carry out the expedition as a raid.
The infirm city-states of the Punjab lie at our feet. Let us show them that it was a mistake to consider us an ordinary band of robbers!
Nirmata, Nirmata, Nirmata, Nirmata, Nirmata, Nirmata, Nirmata, Nirmata.
My lord, many Afghan warriors who oppose your just rule have gathered in the mountains. Be cautious. We can only expect that they will stab us in the back as soon as we invade India.
Nirmata. Nirmata, Nirmata, Nirmata, Nirmata. Nirmata, Nirmata.
Babur, we know that whoever rides with you will be rewarded with abundant plunder. We would join you, but we must first repair our battered mountain fortress. Unfortunately, enemy clans have seized our only quarry, depriving us of the building materials that we need. Drive their soldiers off, and we will be loyal to you. Our quarry is ours once more. Thank you, Babur. We will now rebuild our fortress and then join you on your raids.
We march! Bring hell to their homes! An avalanche buried this pass. With the help of a few strong elephants, we could clear the rubble and open this path again.
निर्माता
We have cleared the rubble. I wonder where this path leads.
नमस्ते निर्माता आदेश निर्माता
Say, Babur, where should we strike? Pick a target, and we will send our soldiers there.
Nomad hordes attack our estates! To the ramparts!
मैं तैयार हूँ निर्माता नमस्ते निर्माता
नमस्ते Nirmata. Ateş. Nirmata. Ho. Nirmata. Nirmata. Nirmata. Ateş. İzhar. Nirmata.
हाँ आदेश
Nirmata.
Attack. Nobody in Jalandhar will escape our blades and arrows.
Are up to mischief in our lands. Alert all available soldiers.
Who are those riders this time? Mongols? Tartars? Anyway, we will show this rabble who rules this land.
plundered rich loot, exactly as you had promised, Amir. Let us retreat to the mountains and enjoy our triumph with a sip of cider.
For all the coin, diamonds, and rubies that my men presented to me, these spoils were merely the promise of something far greater. But I had just the idea for how to invest these new riches. Far to the west, in the Ottoman Empire, great advances had been achieved in gunpowder technology. The Sultan had entire gunpowder regiments at his disposal, and his new cannons were suitable not only for sieges, but also for use in battle. Thus, I sent negotiators to the Ottomans to acquire these miracle weapons for me, and to hire experts to demonstrate their use to my men, who only knew how to fight with bows and sabers. Samarkand was the